And hello everybody, welcome back to British Stand. There has been an age-old debate on whether Tommy Robinson would get into politics. A lot of his supporters, a lot of people in the commentary space have suggested that it would be a good thing if Tommy Robinson actually joined a political party and got into British politics as a whole. Now, for a long time, of course, there has always been that link with reform and all of these kind of things, but of course, with Nigel Farage's beef with Tommy Robinson, that's probably not something that we're going to be seeing anytime soon. And actually, Tommy has stated a couple of times that he doesn't have any intention to join reform. However, of course, there was a question put to another British political leader, that of course being the UKIP leader Nick, and he was asked recently in a video about whether he would welcome Tommy Robinson into his political party and get involved with inside the organisation. His answer, well, it's probably not going to surprise you. As always, guys, we are going to be watching and reacting to this footage, but first, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more British content. Let's see what Nick has said with regard to Tommy Robinson potentially joining his political party. Have a watch.
Nick, you said about Tommy earlier from the clip. If it came to, would you offer Tommy a place in UKIP?
Yeah, of course. So membership to Tommy, excuse me, membership to Tommy is open and to Stand as well.
Yeah, because I know Reform won't have him.
No, they won't have him. So it's really simple.
Why would they want to go to Reform and put them under bus time and time again?
Tommy can join.
UKIP hasn't.
Tommy can join, and Tommy can Stand as well. We all know he's going to pursue his journalism career.
Yeah.
And we were asking for his endorsement. Endorsement support, same thing. We're asking for his endorsement. So let's hold a good thought.
Yeah, because of what's happened to him in the past.
Yeah.
Going through the way he's been treated by the government and mainstream media.
Yeah. He's done enough. The guy's a hero. Yeah. He's done enough.
Sacrifice.
He's done enough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a young man, but he's got kids, he's got family. Like, the guy's done enough.
Yeah.
So back me. Give me that. That's my message to Tommy. Give me that power. Command me to lead us to victory and carry on doing what he does. And he's really good at it. He's shit hot at it as well. So.
Yeah, so he's been investigating the grooming gang.
Yeah, I mean, look at the work he's done. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It's totally transformational.
We owe him a big apology.
The government do owe him a big
Say that again.
We owe him an apology because he spoke the truth.
They owe him a knighthood.
Yeah.
And my government, he'd get that.
He'd get that anyway.
Yeah, he'd be knight him 100%. 100%.
So there you go. I mean, the invitation there is open by the looks of things with regard to UKIP. Whether Tommy Robinson would entertain such an offer remains to be seen. But certainly, I think a lot of the supporters, a lot of the viewers here on this channel would like to see Tommy Robinson venture into politics. Do you reckon that's something that we're going to see over the next couple of years? Or do you think he's going to be staying just merely, I suppose, is as a journalist and keep on doing the important work that he has been doing over the last couple of years? So I would put it to you guys. What do you think? Do you think Tommy Robinson should join UKIP? Do you think UKIP would have a chance of getting into power if Tommy Robinson was a part of the political party? And yeah, what are your overall thoughts on that? Let me know down there in the comment section below.
In other news, Nigel Farage has joked that he is the deporter-in-chief after receiving numerous letters from foreign criminals desperate to be deported. Sharing the letters with the People's Channel, the Reform UK leader read out the words he received from Indian and Spanish criminals. Farage revealed, "For the last few weeks, letters have been arriving in my office. I was quite surprised to see one from His Majesty's Prison Full Sutton. It says, I'm a foreign national prisoner. I've been sentenced to 15 years and 6 months for GBH with intent, which I think means he's a gangster. Why won't you deport me? Please get rid of me. You'd save huge amounts of money." Reading a second letter from a prisoner originally from India, Farage told viewers on his show, "I got a one from an Indian and he writes to me from HMP Ashfield. He says, I only came on a 1-year visa, but I've been in prison now for 2 years. Please deport me." He makes the point that there are hundreds of foreign national prisoners like him who want to be deported. Reading a third letter from a Spanish criminal serving a sentence in another UK prison, Farage continued, Another one came in today from Spain. Please deport me. I haven't seen my wife and kids for the last 3 years. Delivering his verdict on the letters, Farage quipped, "Why they're all writing to me? I suppose they must see me as deporter-in-chief or something like that," Farage suggested. But it's interesting that overnight, clearly these letters to me, there's obviously a campaign of some kind going on, because overnight the government have announced they will start to deport foreign criminals rather more quickly. At the moment, we don't deport people until they're down to the last 18 months or so of the sentence they're going to serve. Farage concluded, "But I just wonder, will this ever actually happen? Will it be enacted? Will we start to get rid of people earlier? And why don't we just get rid of them on day one?" Weighing in on whether foreign criminals should be deported more quickly, former Attorney General Sir Michael Ellis said, "Frankly, it's in a nutshell, Nigel. It's because the government and successive governments have been too weak on this subject. And the way they've been too weak is because they will not put enough pressure on foreign governments to take back the offenders that should be with them." The former Director General of UK Border Force has taken aim at Labour's unrealistic asylum hotels target, warning Sir Keir Starmer's biggest political error in tackling the migrant crisis. Labour's pledge to end the use of asylum hotels by 2029 has been dismissed as unrealistic by the country's very own borders watchdog. David Bolt, the independent chief inspector of borders and immigration, told peers he wasn't convinced smashing the gangs was the right way of thinking about things. Speaking, the ex-director general of UK Border Force, Tony Smith, said that Starmer's decision to scrap the Rwanda deportation scheme was the biggest political error of our time. Smith said of Labour's current asylum hotel target, "It's important to recognise that David Bolt is allowed to come out and say what he thinks, and I think he's come out and said exactly what you and I have been saying for a while. It is unrealistic to be able to expect us to wipe out the backlog of people in hotels by 2029, and equally, smashing the gangs alone is not going to stop the boats." Highlighting the sheer scale of asylum seekers and illegal migrants Britain is currently trying to process, Smith added, "We've had a record number, over 108,000 asylum applications over the last year, and they've not really made any dent in the numbers of hotels. We had a report just last month which said that actually we're going to end up spending 3 times more than we thought we would in 2019 on asylum hotels, because we simply haven't got anywhere to put the migrants. Where are they going to go?" Warning that the costs of housing migrants will shift from the Home Office to local authorities once hotels are closed, Smith cautioned they can't really grant their way out of this, because if they don't grant their way out of this and let everybody stay, they've still got to live somewhere. And that will simply shift the cost of housing them from the Home Office budget onto local authorities that are already struggling to find housing for their own indigenous communities, which in turn leads to community unrest and housing of multiple occupancy. Criticising Labour's efforts to tackle Britain's migrant crisis, Smith argued that there is no evidence about how they're going to do this. Smith said, "We may have some collaborative agreements with some European countries, but smashing the gangs on its own is not going to be working. We've been trying to do that for a long time. Believe me, the NCA, Border Force, we've been on this for a long time. We've been trying to do that, we know it doesn't work. The only thing that really works, which is the Australian model of stopping the boats, was a removals deterrent. And we had that, didn't we, with Rwanda?" Defending the Rwanda plan further, Smith concluded, "We were there or thereabouts with Rwanda, and I think the abolition of the Rwanda plan for what were essentially politically ideological reasons rather than any common sense reasons, to just scrap it without giving it an opportunity to run. We'll never know now if that would have had the effect. I thought that was a very bold attempt to say, no, you can't come in here, you can't claim asylum, we're not having you. You wouldn't have to put people in hotels, they wouldn't even be here. You wouldn't have to detain them, they'd be in Rwanda." And I think once that message got out, maybe, just maybe, that might have a very significant impact. I think scrapping that has been one of the biggest political errors of our time. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.